Can the Hawks force a game 6, or do the Celtics close this series down in 5? And with the Clippers, a lot of questions still surround whether Kawhi will suit up as they take on the Suns in game 5, face an elimination in Phoenix. BAM's here to keep you on the winning side of things and that bankroll growing. So let's slide over and take a look at the odds and see what the sports books are saying about these two matchups. Now, in our first matchup, the Atlanta Hawks come in as a massive underdogs. The Celtics are a 11-point favorite on the spread. And honestly, folks, I think this is a dangerous number to mess with. I do think the Celtics win this game. You see, they are massive favorites on the money line, minus 610. Way too much juice to even try and play around with. Now, do I think the Celtics win? Yes. I do think it's possible for them to get out to a big, large, double digit lead and potentially win by double digits. However, a major question will be how many points can the Hawks pick up in garbage time, easy buckets that wouldn't be allowed if the game was closer. Now, I think this leads to why we see the total creeping back up to 232, where that was similar to what we saw when these two teams played down in Atlanta, and as well as what we saw in Boston previous. I do think points can be scored, and I do think the over is live. However, as far as that spread or money line in this game, I'm going to be staying off of it. Now, you heard me say there's still questions about if we see Kawhi. Honestly, I think that's a big reason why we see the Suns coming in as an even bigger favorite than the Celtics, minus 750 on the money line, an 11.5 point spread. Now, if you think either one of these underdogs has a chance at winning outright, there's definitely nothing wrong sprinkling a little bit on an underdog, getting 5-1 return on your money. However, I do think the favorites win both of these games, and I do think that there's similar questions to how both of these games will end. Do we see garbage time potentially allow a backdoor cover, while we see both favorites potentially be in a position that would cover these large double digit spreads? Now, there may be some opportunities in a live betting scenario. Say the Hawks or the Clippers come out to an early lead in this game, maybe drive that spread down a few points. Maybe you get minus 7.5, minus 8.5, somewhere more respectable around that range, maybe even a little lower if possible. But outside of a scenario like that, I definitely won't be touching a spread or money line pregame with these two matchups. And when it comes to the total with the Clippers and Suns at 224, there's been very little consistency out of these two teams, and it just leads for me to further stay off of this game. Now, folks, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can be keeping up with all the action coming out of BAM. Most importantly of all, take care out there, y'all. D Weezy out. Twinkle, twinkle, baby.